They're going to save $1 million by doing Roth conversions. Oh man, this is pretty cool. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, this is not for everybody. It's not. All right, and I get a lot of people who hire me because of, you got Houndy McGee over there, because of my book, The Tax Bomb in Your Retirement Account. And a lot of people, unfortunately, they get disappointed where I just say, I don't see any benefit. But that's why retirement planning is so unique to you specifically, because every now and again, there are some huge benefits about doing this, that, and the other. Hold on a second. In fact, I just deal with a guy today. You okay? Just deal with a guy today, and he and his wife are both going to take Social Security early. It works great for them. 100%. Again, your retirement plan is so specific to you. Don't listen to these people say, oh, rule of thumb, rule of thumb. I mean, I get it. There's going to be a rule of thumb as a baseline, but my goodness. Anyway, so this guy, he and his wife, they live in a western state, a couple $1 million in the IRAs. I can't remember off the top of my head exactly how much. I'll show you here in just a second. And he gave me the permission to use his data. You're not going to know who he is, obviously. But anyway, and the issue is they just want to be done with the taxes. And the wife was on the video call with me. The husband was too. And they're like, they got a couple kids. They just want to be done with it. They don't want to deal with Irma. They don't want their kids to get hammered. They just want to be done with it. So we're crunching some numbers, and you can see the total tax payment, if they don't do Roth conversions, is $2.884 million. All right. Now, again, this assumes the Trump tax bill goes away. All right. And we're not even looking at Irma here in terms of healthcare costs. There's actually, when we looked at Irma, that's the increasing healthcare cost because it's means tested. They're going to pay another $300,000 in Irma in healthcare costs on top of paying an extra $1 million in taxes. Doing Roth conversions, their total taxes are 1.966. 2.884, 1.966. That's almost $1 million they're going to save in taxes, plus another $300,000 because of not having their Irma stuff. Essentially, the husband's going to die before the wife does. She'll be stuck with these huge RMDs and she's going to get hammered. The widow's tax trap. All right, let's keep going. This is the median account values at death of the wife. Here is not doing a Roth. They're going to leave to their kids $3.5 million, and that's in today's dollars. All right, that's not inflated. That's just today. So 25 years from now, they're going to have $3.562 million. If we inflated it, I think it's a 4.8% rate of return. It'd be probably twice that. That's without a Roth. With a Roth, they're going to leave $3.626 million. It's not a huge increase, but that's $80,000, $60,000 more nonetheless. But it's going to get better, hang tight. The effective tax rate without doing any Roth conversions, and you can see it's small on this end, then 72 kicks in, and they're at the 24%. Then when the husband dies, the wife is in the 28% with their state tax there as well. And of course, assuming no income tax rates go up for high income people, this is just effective tax rate. It's not even including, again, the increased costs and the health care and anything else that comes down the pike. So, I mean, look at that. That's effective tax rate with no Roth. Check this out. It's their effective tax rate with Roth. So they're going to pay 25, 30 at RMDs right here. So about 32 or so. And then it's going to go below 20 essentially for the rest of their life while they're married filing jointly. And then the wife takes over at the husband's death, I think at 90. And her effective tax rate is less than 20%. That's where you're getting, so they're paying a little bit more on the front end to have a lot less for many years to come. As these guys said, it's like, look, we're talking about it today. I said, you could do the same, but you're going to pay a lot more on the front end to have fewer years of less in the back end. That doesn't make any sense. But if you can pay a little bit more on the front end to have a lot of years in the back with less tax, that makes sense. But you don't want to do it a lot more on the front end to have few years of a little bit less in the back. That does, a bird in the hand is better than two in the bush. But again, in this case, look, dudes, from 67 to 72, 5 years, they're going to pay more in tax than basically from 73 on, they're going to pay less. If you can get it done in 5 years, I'm all for it. If it takes 10 years and you only got 10 to 15 years left and the tax rates are pretty level, I'm not all for Roth conversions. So let's keep going. So here it is. They got 1.873 is basically 2 million right now. They got about $2 million. All right, they're going to convert within the course of the next 5 years, 5 to 6 years. they're converting, I don't know, I think it was, yeah, 300,000 a year is what they're converting. And they're going to pay tax out of that conversion money too. So 300,000 is going to cost about 450 to 500,000 a year to get that 2.2 million all over into a Roth, if that makes sense. I think it's 300,000, about 450 if memory serves. Anyway, so 450 times 5 with a little bit of growth, that means by the time they're 73, so they have 1 year of RMD, by the time they're 73, everything is in the Roth. No more taxation on that whatsoever. And then and they're leaving that, is whatever that account grows to when they die, they're leaving it tax-free to their kiddos and grandkids. I mean, you can't beat that, dudes. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, they're going to pay through the wazoo on the front end. They're going to pay 150,000, 175,000. I think even this year right here, and maybe wasn't that year. I think they're even 1 year, not taxes, but they're going to do $300,000 to convert. It's going to pull 450 from their IRA in which to convert 300,000. It's going to cost them, 150,000 or something like that to convert 300,000. But 5 years from now, it's all in Roth. And I just showed you can save $1 million in tax, save $300,000 in the cost of healthcare relative to IRMA. Their kids are going to inherit everything tax-free, whereas before their kids were going to inherit a half of their money tax-deferred, which meant they got 10 years to take those full distributions out. Their kids were going to inherit about 2.3 million or something like that at death of the surviving spouse. I can't remember if it's 2 or 3 kids. I can't remember. I want to say 2, but I think it might be 3. Either way, each kid's going to get well above $750,000. And who knows what the distribution rules at that point would be. Right now, they got 10 years to distribute that taxable in their prime earning years as well. In this case, the Roth just makes sense, man. Now, again, they're willing to bite the bullet. The wife was even more ready to go than the husband. It's kind of funny. Not, I won't say more, but the wife was like, "Let's do this, man. Let's do this." I mean, is this for you? Maybe not. I tell you, again, as I talk to people, I'd say about 2/3 of the people I talk to, I said, it's just not worth it. If you want to bite the bullet, I'm not going to stop you, but I can't make a case that's worth it. Here you can. $1 million tax savings, 300,000 less in IRMA. All the money you're leaving them, all the money you're leaving to your kids is tax free, and you're actually leaving them more anyway. Even before we talk taxes, that's a slam dunk. Other than the fact that the next 5 years you can be paying $150,000 a year, but once that's done, you're done. Anyway, love your thoughts. It's well-established tax planning is a big deal. It can really be a big deal. Again, not for everybody, but man, anyway, let me know. We'll see ya.